Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go into chapter 32 of One of Us is Back by Karen and McManus, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 32, Phoebe, Tuesday, July 21st. Unfortunately, talking to Nate is easier said than done. He hasn't answered any of my texts. He's working. Addie responded when I asked where he was, so I drove to Myers Construction headquarters, and now I'm picking my way through a parking lot littered with pickup trucks, cement mixers, and other yellow industrial-looking vehicles with names I don't know on my way to the main office. "Help you, miss?" A gray-haired man in a yellow vest calls before I get there. "I'm looking for Nate McCauley," I say, shading my eyes against the sun. "He's out of sight," the man says. "Do you happen to know where?" I ask. "I need to talk to him. It's kind of an emergency." "Sorry to hear that," the man says. "Let me check." Another text from Addie comes through while I wait. "Everything okay? I've been meaning to catch up with you. Want to get coffee?" "I do, but not now. Maybe later," I write. "No luck, miss," a voice calls. The yellow-vested man is in front of me again, his expression apologetic. Nate's not on the schedule, so it was probably a last-minute ad. If you want to come back in an hour or so, Keith Myers should be here then. He owns the place, and he always knows exactly where everyone is. I don't bother telling this helpful man that I already know who Keith Myers is, seeing that I've climbed through a window in his house multiple times. "Thank you so much," I say. I head back to my car, but don't unlock it, hovering next to the passenger side door while I debate what to do next. Wait for Mr. Myers, meet Addie for coffee after all, go to Nate's house and confront Santa, demanding to know whether she slipped a dead boy's necklace into my brother's backpack. No, that's a terrible idea, obviously, but maybe I could do some indirect poking around. I could drive to Cafe Contigo and ask Ahmed and Evie whether they've ever noticed anything. That would kill some time before Mr. Myers returns. "Are you at work?" I text both of them. Ahmed doesn't reply, but Evie answers instantly. "No, home today," she writes. I have more questions, but I can't ask them over text. Leaving a digital footprint on this subject is probably a bad move. I glance around me. The last time Evie and I had conversation about Bayview, she mentioned she lived in an apartment complex called something like Glasstown. It's kind of an industrial area, she said. That's why it's so cheap. I plug Glasstown into Google Maps and get nothing closer than Sacramento. But when I try Glass, the first result in apartments is Glass Works, just 2 miles away. Worth a shot. I follow the directions on my phone until I reach a 4-story gray brick building. The entire front lobby is made of glass, but other than that, the name seems like false advertising. It's the right address, though. There are 16 buttons on a pad beside the front door. All of them except apartment 12 have names beneath them. None of them are Evie's, so I'm about to press the button for 12, but when the door opens, "Hey," the guy leaving the building says, holding the door open for me. "Thanks," I say, ducking beneath his arm. Inside, there are hallways to both my left and right, and an elevator in between. A quick walk around shows 4 apartments on the first floor, so I figure that Evie is probably on the 3rd. I take the elevator upstairs, my phone chiming as the doors close. It's Nate, finally. "What's up?" "I need to talk to you. Are you around?" I write back. "I'm at work, but I'll be done at 3. Can I stop by?" "Sure." Nate texts, dropping a pin with his location. "Thanks." I pocket my phone as the door opens and step onto the dimly lit 3rd floor. I make my way down the right side hallway first, then backtrack after passing apartments 9 and 10. Number 12 is in the left-hand corner, and I say a quick prayer that I guessed the right before knocking on the door. There's nothing but silence for a few beats, and then a familiar voice calls, "Hello?" "It's Phoebe," I say. The door opens, and Evie stands within the frame, a puzzled look on her face. "Hey, what are you doing here?" "I need to ask you something," I say, brushing past her to enter the apartment. I definitely don't want to have this conversation in the hallway. "I'm kind of in the middle of something," Evie says. "This won't take long." "Wow, cute place," I say, gazing around me. I could have guessed that Evie's apartment would be as bright and organized as she is. The living room walls are painted a cheerful blue. The love seat is decorated with half a dozen patterned throw pillows, and there's lots of botanical-themed art everywhere. A small kitchen is to my right, and there's another room to my left. Oh my God. The words slip out of me before I realize I've said them as I stare at the green vine patterned wallpaper that's been haunting my dreams ever since the night I was kidnapped. Delicate stems and heart-shaped leaves twisting and turning every which way. I'd convinced myself that the wallpaper didn't really exist, that my drug-aldered brain conjured it out of nothing, creating false memory that sent Addie, Maeve, and Nate on a dangerous wild goose chase to Ramona, but it does exist after all, here in Evie's apartment, which means what, Evie says, but there's nothing question-like about the word. When I look at her impassive face, I get the eerie sense that she could see inside my brain, that she knows exactly where my thoughts are headed, and she's simply waiting for me to get there. All Santa did at Cafe Contigo was pick up a backpack that somebody else had already slipped Reggie's necklace into. Somebody who was at Nate's party the night I disappeared, who's been at the edges of every murder club conversation over the past few weeks, and who'd had plenty of opportunity to wait for my brother to leave his backpack dangling from a chair at Cafe Contigo while he used the restroom. Evie, I ask, is that really your name? Her eyes are like chips of blue ice as she closes her front door with one swift motion and says, "You shouldn't have come here, Phoebe." That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.